Toby the tram engine was very excited. He was wearing a brand new bell that shone like gold. He was off to the seaside. His driver was explaining everything as they puffed along the line.
Back to Toby again, are we? Okay, that's cool. Toby needs a little more attention since he's the only tram engine on the island of Sodor. According to his driver, a seaside village held an annual event where they would feature a special attraction, ergo the title. Well, being that Toby's got a brand new bell to show off, I'm going to guess the obvious here.
This year, Toby, you're the special attraction. Thank you, sir, said Toby. But what does a special attraction do? Oh, just smiles and blows whistles at everyone, replied his driver. We're almost there.
Smiles and blows whistles, eh? Well, I guess that would work since now we, the audience, know Toby has a whistle as well as a new bell. But I would think since Toby is an engine, it would be better to actually do something and not just smile and blow his whistle. Once they reached the station, they were surprised to hardly see anyone. That's usually not a good sign, and it wasn't.
Well, if that doesn't take the biscuit, said Toby's driver. They've run out of room in the parade and don't need a special attraction after all. We've got to go home, Toby. I'm sorry, old boy. So am I, sighed Toby.
Shucks. How did the seaside village make that mistake? In fact, why didn't they notify Toby and his driver sooner? What a lousy village. And what's with Toby's top corner? It looks all charred like he had an internal fire or something. I mean, I get that he works off a fire, which creates the steam, but obviously his fire isn't on the outside. What a strange cosmetic flaw. As Toby made his way back to Elsbridge Station, Percy ended up dropping by.
What are you doing back so soon? Before Toby could reply, Sir Topham had arrived. Leave these cars, please, Percy. There's an emergency at the harbor. Come on, Percy, said his driver. This'll be trouble with Bulstrode. Who's Bulstrode? Wondered Percy.
That, and how did Percy's driver know of this character? If he's an engine driver, then how would he have time to know of other characters? Is this another engine? No, it was a grumpy barge located in Knapford Harbor. See what I mean? A railway driver knowing of a marine-based vessel? And yet somehow Percy had never heard of him. I don't know, too many questions floating around here, pardon the pun. Also, this is odd. Why all of a sudden are we shifting to Percy now? I don't know. Continue, Mr. Narrator.
His driver was right about Bulstrode. Today the barge was more bad-tempered than ever. Come on, come on. Why aren't you cars where you should be? There's no engine, and we can only go where we're put, shouted the cars. You're in the wrong place, not us.
Okay, so now that we have a better look at Bulstrode, it can be said that he is definitely the first boat character introduced in this series. Although since this is a railway-based show, I highly doubt he's going to be having much of a future. But we'll see. Also, the way Carlin is voicing the trucks is funny. It's just weird seeing them being more compliant in personality than giggly chatterboxes. I guess sometimes they aren't in the mood to always have fun, especially if an angry barge is pestering them.
Please put us in a siding so that we can load him up and be rid of him. But the cars were being careless.
Careless, huh? Then these must not be troublesome trucks. Is there such a category known as careless trucks? And I wouldn't say that completely because otherwise they would not have even bothered to tell Percy what to do with them exactly. However, it seemed like nobody knew what was supposed to be done. Percy bashed the trucks right through the buffers and continued moving forward. I don't know why, though. He just took the trucks from the siding a few feet away. Where did he think the rails would lead to?
But it was too late.
What the heck was with Bulstrode breaking the fourth wall there? It was funny, don't get me wrong, but it's not like us, the audience, are going to care that much. The look of, really? Why me? Maybe because you were being so pushy? Then again, we the viewers don't know anything about Bulstrode, so maybe he had a viable reason. And how exactly does it tie into Toby's storyline? The only special attraction I see here was the force of gravity the trucks had on Bulstrode. I'm still waiting to see what the point of this event was.
When Percy got home, he and Toby exchanged all their news. Well, we've both had some seaside surprises today, laughed Toby. But Driver says that I'm a special attraction anyway, and so are you. Every time we go on our own line. What do you mean? Asked Percy. Well, all we have to do is smile and blow whistles at everyone.
I don't get it. What was the moral of this entry? Okay, so remember I had a problem with the Paint Pots and Queens episode a few stories back? Well, this one's worse. We got two separate character threads and both had nothing to do with the other. If these two narratives were independent of one another, I would have no complaint. But because they are told in conjunction with one another, there must be a reason for doing it. Yet there is no distinct connection between the two other than Toby had something to tell Percy, and he didn't find out until after he had his own little adventure. It's dumb, 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 dumb. What was the point of even bringing up the new bell? What was the significance of Bulstrode? Nothing. At least Paint Pots and Queens was a continuation of something else. Of course, I wasn't fond of when it was told, but at least it had a story. This is just random storytelling within a random story. Music had a few recognizable cues. The first was Toby's theme as he travels to the seaside village. Then there's Toby's sad theme when he's rejected by the town. The only other motif played was Percy's danger theme as he begins pushing the trucks overboard. Now as for set design, there are old places shown and new ones too. Areas like Ellsbridge Station, Knapford Harbor, and Gordon's Hill are displayed in full form. The new areas featured this time was Tidmouth Beach, where Bulstrode is left stranded, the seaside village that so ever lovingly dismissed Toby, and the other was the Norramby Church Station, right along the coast. That was a nice little place. Now on to the final entry of this season. Next episode is Mind That Bike. Thanks for watching.